There is just so much hype around using AI for content creation, and the reality? It often disappoints. People jump in and they get these robotic results and they just think it's not worth it. But here's the truth. With the right know-how and insights, you can supercharge your content creation and make AI work for you. I'm Lisa. I'm a producer, a content creator, a busy working mum of two, and a curious explorer of all things AI. I'm sharing my journey and insights as I learn to blend creativity with technology. In this video, I'll be sharing 3 things I wish I knew before diving into AI for content creation, so you can skip the growing pains and get better results faster. Lack of originality and creativity. Let's start with this biggie. AI can sound painfully samey. When I first started out using tools like ChatGPT, I thought I'd found this kind of holy grail of content creation, and I'd ask a question, I'd get an answer, I'd copy and paste, and it was done, right? No, but here's the thing. AI relies on existing data and patterns rather than creating kind of entirely new concepts. It struggles with original thought and creative leaps. So it can mimic, but it can't originate. So the output is often templated and bland and missing that kind of creative spark that only you can bring. I work in advertising, and while AI tools are certainly being used, they are not taking over yet. They are being used for research and development of ideas and to help present ideas in a really clear way. But you still need the human to prompt, think, process, and to innovate. What I learned: you must inject your own perspective, your stories, humour, and your voice. Use these tools as a collaborator, not a ghostwriter. Now, instead of asking AI to write my script, I use it to brainstorm, structure, and generate ideas, guided by clear, custom prompt frameworks that I am continually refining over time. Here's a tip, guys. Create prompt frameworks and custom GPTs tailored to your own workflows. Upload samples of your writing so it can learn your style and help replicate it much more effectively. Quality and accuracy issues. Here's the trap. AI can sound polished, but not always accurate or human. So sometimes I get a slick paragraph that seemed perfect until I actually read it aloud and it felt just kind of soulless and off, or worse, factually completely incorrect and incoherent. It happens a lot. Here's the kicker. AI, it doesn't know anything, it just predicts. So that means it can serve up outdated data, miss the nuance, or even fabricate quotes and statistics. So what I learned: always review, fact check, and rewrite. Add the emotion, context, and real-world references. AI doesn't know what happened yesterday. It doesn't know your stories, and that's where your value comes in. If you're citing facts, check the source and the date. I've seen AI give answers that were a year out of date, missing more kind of newer, more relevant info. And so on the surface, it looks okay. And then when you look a bit more deeply, it's not correct. So now I like to think of this as AI gives me the raw clay, but it's up to me to shape it into something that is accurate and real. Tip: step away and return with fresh eyes and ask, what facts need verifying? What context or personal insight would level this up? More tips coming up next, but first, a quick ask from me to you. My YouTube channel is still very new, and if you're finding this information valuable, please do hit subscribe. It really helps me to grow, keep improving, and bring in more practical AI content designed for content creators, for marketers, and for entrepreneurs just like yourself. See, while large corporations are rapidly adopting AI, often with, direct input from these huge tech giants, the flow of practical knowledge for small and medium-sized businesses and individuals is much, much slower. And many of us are just being left to figure it out for ourselves. If you have a question or any requests, please do drop them in the comments below. I always like to hear from you. The power of prompting and systems. This was a real game changer for me. The better the prompt, the better your result. So like most people starting out with ChatGPT or Claude, I was typing some kind of vague prompts like write a blog about Instagram tips. And the output was just terrible. And it wasn't wrong, but it wasn't helpful either. So the truth is, I guess I hadn't decided what I really wanted to say, and I was expecting AI to do all the thinking. What I learned. Writing has stages. Anything has stages and needs a process. You might already be experienced in content creation and writing, and then you can bring that process that you have and refine it already. If not, I would do some research first, because AI can speed it up, but it still needs a process. You need to treat it as a collaborator, and specificity is everything. The clearer and more detailed that your prompts are, the more useful and relevant the results are going to be. Now I build and I test prompt templates, I save what works, and I create my own systems that fit. And the more I refine my prompts and processes, the better and the faster my scripts are becoming every single time. If you're not sure where to start, ask ChatGPT or Claude. What does it need to write a high quality YouTube script in your voice? Map out some simple steps from idea, research, tone, structure, and refine your process over time. Here's a quick recap, guys. Here are the 3 things I wish I knew before using AI for my content creation. Number 1, AI isn't creative by default. You have to bring your own originality. Number 2, quality and accuracy still need human oversight. And number 3, prompting is an art. Systems make it scalable. So AI is like electricity for content creators. It powers you up, but only if you know how to use it well. AI is your collaborator. So experiment, build, and keep your voice at the heart of it all, because people don't want to hear from a robot. They don't want bland, generic content. They want to hear from a human with a soul and with an opinion and knowledge and insights. And most of all, don't be afraid to learn as you go. That's what I'm doing too. AI is evolving so fast, and you've got to just jump in there and get started. If you would like to know what AI is really good at, this is your next one to watch. And please do hit subscribe for more easy to follow real-world AI insights. I'm Lisa. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.